real talk for a second. Are you tired of seeing the same garden ideas everywhere you look? The same pallet planters, the same string lights, the same raised beds that every single channel has been showing for the last 5 years. Yeah, me too. So today on Yard and Beyond, I am showing you 10 DIY garden projects so unique, so genuinely jaw-dropping, that your neighbors will literally slow their car down and wind the window to ask, "Wait, where did you get that?" And here is the part that is going to blow your mind. Every single one of these projects costs under $50. Some of them cost absolutely nothing at all. Project number 7 is so genius, I am still annoyed I did not think of it first. Stay with me. Let us get into it. Chapter 1. Welcome, hey everyone. Welcome back to Yard and Beyond. If you are new here, this is the channel where we make extraordinary outdoor spaces happen without the stress, without the confusion, and without the kind of price tag that makes your eyes water. Today we are going deep into projects that look like you hired a professional landscape designer, but are completely doable this weekend with basic tools and a tight budget. We are talking ancient Japanese techniques, forgotten crafts from across the world, and some seriously clever ideas that will make your garden completely and utterly one of a kind. Before we get into it, if you are tired of seeing the same recycled garden ideas on every channel you visit, hit that subscribe button right now, because this is where the genuinely interesting stuff lives. New videos every single week. Let us go. Project 1, Shosugi Ban Charred Wood. Project 1 involves fire. Stay with me. This technique is called Shosugi Ban. It is an ancient Japanese method where you literally torch the surface of wood to preserve it naturally. I know how that sounds. When I first heard about it, I thought absolutely not. But now I am completely obsessed with it. Here is how it works. You take untreated cedar or pine boards. You run a propane torch slowly across the surface until it chars deeply. You brush off the loose ash, and then you seal the whole thing with linseed oil. What you are left with is this deep, dramatic black wood that looks like it came straight out of a high-end architectural magazine. And the best part, it is naturally preserved, no painting, no staining, ever again. I have used this technique for planter boxes, fence panels, and garden signs. The contrast between that charred black wood and bright living green plants is absolutely stunning. Total cost, under $30 for multiple pieces. But it genuinely looks like you spent hundreds at a specialty lumber yard. Here is my question for you. Would you actually be brave enough to set wood on fire in your own backyard? Or does that sound completely terrifying? Drop your honest answer in the comments. Because I promise you, the first time I tried it, I was absolutely convinced I was about to burn the whole garden down. I was not, and you will not either. Project 2, Hypertufa Stone Planters. Project 2 sounds fancy. It is not. Stick with me because this is genuinely one of the most satisfying things you will ever make in your garden. Hypertufa. You mix peat moss, perlite, and Portland cement in equal parts. Add water until it feels like bread dough. Pack it into any mold you have. Cardboard boxes, old bowls, plastic containers. Wait about a week. Then peel off the mold. What you have is a planter that looks exactly like ancient weathered stone. I am not exaggerating. People genuinely think these are antiques. They get natural moss growing on them over time. They age more beautifully every single year. And they are lightweight enough to actually move around your garden. I made 3 large planters for under $20 total. My neighbor asked where I bought them. When I told her I made them from a bucket of basic supplies, she looked at me like I had just told her I could fly. Hot take coming. Hypertufa actually looks better than real stone planters because it develops real character over time. Real stone just sits there looking the same forever. Hypertufa gets more beautiful every single season. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments, because I will absolutely defend this opinion. Project 3, Living Succulent Frames. Project 3 is for my creative gardeners. We are making living picture frames, and they are exactly what they sound like. Find a deep picture frame at a thrift store. Remove the glass. Staple chicken wire across the back. Line it with landscape fabric. Fill it with succulent soil. Then plant succulents directly through the wire mesh in whatever arrangement or pattern you want. Lay it flat for 2 to 3 weeks while the roots grab hold. Then hang it on a wall like a piece of art, because that is exactly what it is. I made one using only green succulents in different textures for a clean modern look. A friend of mine made one spelling out her children's initials. I have seen people create rainbow color gradients, geometric patterns, even tiny landscapes. The creativity people bring to this project genuinely blows me away every time. Cost per frame, $15 to $25 depending on size. But it looks like gallery quality living artwork. My question for you: what would you put in your living frame? Initials, a pattern, something completely random and chaotic? Tell me in the comments. I mean it. I read every single one, and the creative ideas people come up with for this project are always the most interesting comments I receive. Project 4, Living Willow Structures Project 4, is honestly magical, and I do not use that word lightly. You can weave living willow branches into tunnels, domes, garden arches, and even full playhouses, and they actually root into the ground and keep growing stronger every single year. In late winter, you collect willow whips, young flexible branches. Push them into moist ground in whatever pattern or shape you want to create. Weave horizontal branches through them while they are still bendy. Within weeks, they root. Within months, you have a living, growing structure that gets more beautiful and more solid with every passing season. I built a tunnel entrance to my vegetable garden using this technique. Watching it leaf out in spring for the first time was honestly one of the most quietly incredible moments I have had in any garden. You built something alive, because you literally did. And here is the part that gets me every single time. This costs basically nothing. But you genuinely cannot buy this result anywhere. No store sells it. No designer can replicate it. The only way to have a living willow structure is to build one yourself with your own hands. Project 5, Rammed Earth Walls Project 5 sounds impressive. The actual process is hilariously simple. You are building walls out of dirt. Layer different colored soils, red clay, sandy loam, dark topsoil, inside a simple plywood form and ram each layer down hard with a post or hand tamper. When you remove the form, you have gorgeous, naturally striped walls that are rock solid and completely weatherproof. Use them for raised beds, low-seating walls, or purely sculptural garden features. And if you use soil from your own yard, this costs you absolutely nothing. $0. You are building permanent garden features out of dirt that is already sitting in your ground. Here is the question I genuinely cannot stop thinking about. Why is not everyone doing this? It is free. It is beautiful. It is permanent. Is it just because it sounds too simple? Like somewhere along the way we convinced ourselves that gardens have to cost money to look good? Tell me honestly what you think in the comments, because I am genuinely curious about why this technique is not everywhere. Project 6, Illuminated Gabion Baskets. Project 6 combines sculpture with light, and the nighttime effect is something you have to see to believe. Fill wire mesh gabion baskets with glass bottles, river rocks, sea glass, colored stones, creating patterns as you build each layer. Before you finish filling them, drop waterproof LED lights or solar lights down inside. During the day, they are bold sculptural garden art. At night, they glow from within like enormous warm lanterns. Use them as pathway markers, bases for garden seating, or completely freestanding light sculptures. You can fill them with entirely free materials. Sea glass you have collected, river rocks from your own yard, old glass bottles from your recycling, or buy colored glass for a more intentional look. Either way, you are looking at $25 to $40 for something that provides both art and ambient lighting simultaneously. Dream scenario. You are building one of these tonight. What are you filling it with? Colored glass bottles, smooth river rocks, random treasures from around your house? Get creative in the comments. The more unusual, the better. Project 7, Cobb bench seating, here it is. Project 7, the one I told you about at the beginning, and I meant every word. Cobb construction. You mix clay soil, sand, and straw together with water until it becomes a thick, workable dough. Then you literally sculpt furniture with your hands. Benches, curved seating walls, throne-style chairs, flowing serpentine garden seats. Whatever shape you can imagine, you can build. The material dries as hard as concrete, but it costs nothing if you use your own soil. You can press tiles, colored glass, found objects, and mosaic pieces directly into the surface while it is still wet. Top it with outdoor cushions for comfort. And here is something most people do not know. The thermal mass of Cobb actually absorbs heat during the day and releases it slowly in the evening, so your seating stays naturally warm on cool nights. You are literally turning dirt into furniture, sculpting a garden seat with your bare hands out of material pulled from the ground beneath your feet. If you built a Cobb bench right now, what shape would it be? A simple practical straight bench, an artistic flowing curved seat, or a full throne? Because honestly, why would you not go for the throne? Tell me below. I want to know. Project 8. Ferrocement water features. Project 8 lets you create a completely custom water feature in literally any shape your imagination can produce. You build a basic wire mesh frame in your chosen shape. Then you apply thin layers of cement mixed with fiberglass strands directly over the mesh, building it up gradually and shaping it while it is wet. Add a small recirculating pump, seal the interior. Done. You can build realistic boulders with water emerging naturally from the top. Abstract modern sculptures with thin sheets of water flowing down the sides. Whimsical garden creatures with water pouring from their mouths. Whatever you design is what you get. No limitations. No settling for whatever the garden center happens to have in stock. $30 to $60 in materials for a completely one-of-a-kind custom water feature that looks like you paid a professional sculptor to create it specifically for your garden. Project 9. Wattle hurdle screens. Project 9 is an ancient European technique that has somehow been almost completely forgotten, and I genuinely do not understand why. Wattle hurdles. Drive wooden stakes into the ground in a row. Then weave flexible branches, willow, dogwood, or grapevine, horizontally through the stakes in an over and under pattern. The result is beautiful rustic organic screens that you can use for garden privacy, as dividers between garden zones, or purely as decorative backdrops behind planting beds. If you use branches pruned from your own garden or foraged from nearby, this costs you nothing at all. If you buy willow whips from a nursery, you are looking at maybe $20. But the result has this gorgeous handcrafted, organic warmth and texture that no manufactured fence or screen can ever replicate. Project 10, Moss Graffiti Last One. And this might genuinely be my personal favorite for pure wow factor alone. Living moss graffiti. Blend moss, buttermilk, water, and a little sugar together in a blender until it reaches a thick paint consistency. Then literally paint designs, words, patterns, or pictures onto walls, rocks, concrete surfaces, or timber with a brush. Mist the painted area regularly for 2 to 3 weeks. The moss establishes and begins to grow. Your painted design slowly comes to life as a lush, living green artwork. Paint your house number on a wall. Create a moss mural on a boring fence. Design patterns on stepping stones. Paint your name, a phrase, a simple illustration. The painted design grows and evolves naturally over time, giving you living artwork that is completely and utterly unique to you and your garden. Total cost, under $10. Result, something nobody else on your street has. Or probably in your entire neighborhood. If you could moss paint anything in your garden right now, what would it be? Your house number? Something funny, a giant nature-inspired mural? Tell me in the comments because I need to know. Closing, so there they are. 10 genuinely unique DIY garden projects that each cost under $50 and create features you simply cannot walk into a store and buy. From ancient Japanese wood, charring to living moss graffiti. From sculpted Cobb benches to glowing gabion basket lanterns. From living willow structures to rammed earth walls built from the ground beneath your feet. These are the projects that make people slow their car down. These are the projects that make your garden completely and entirely yours. Now here is what I need from you. Tell me in the comments which one of these 10 projects you are most excited to try. The charred wood, the Hypertufa planters, the living willow structure, the moss graffiti. Which one is already living rent-free in your head right now? Because I read every single comment, and your answers directly shape the videos I make on this channel. And if even one of these ideas got your brain buzzing today, please hit the thumbs up. It helps Yard and Beyond reach more people who are looking for exactly this kind of genuinely unique inspiration. Subscribe if you have not already, because this is just the beginning. Every single week we are here with ideas, projects, and transformations that will make your outdoor space something worth stopping the car for. Until next time, get outside, get creative, and always remember, the most unforgettable gardens are never filled with what everyone else has. They are filled with what only you could have made. See you in the next one.